Right, so what we're looking at here is the picking hammer, which is attached to the bracket here, and then we have a key here which holds it all in place. Now, as you can see, that's loose there, which hopefully you can see there. So that jib head key there is loose and the bracket's not sitting on it properly. But the problem is, with that moving, we could end up damaging the whole keyway here on this main drive shaft, which is a big job to take it out because it fits across the whole length of the loom. Now, there's been previous work done because the key is in a bad shade. So what had been done to hold the key in place, 2 screws have been tapped into the shaft itself. Now what it's looking at now is the whole bracket is slipping off the keyway. So what we're going to do as a temporary fix, we're going to take this key out and we're going to put some shim either underneath or on top to see if that'll hold it in place. If not, and it's not enough, I may have to put some down the side just to help sort of steady that and stop it moving. Once we've done that, with another 2 options, we can go back and drop those back in place, or we can actually drill into here and put a plate so that that key can't work its way out. Once that's done, and then when we get some proper downtime, we can take that key out completely and then fit a new key as it should be done, but at the moment we just don't have the downtime to do that. Right, so here's another angle now. So what we've done, as you can see, we've blocked up the board so that now there's a gap there. There's no weight on that, so that this is not going to slip. Can you see there how that key is loose? So we're going to drive that key out and start by taking these off here. As I said, this was just a temporary fix. Because the key itself kept moving. So that's 1 screw out. Slightly working blind. And then that's what we had, holding it in place there. Then you can see the holes in the key itself. Right, as you can see, with that there's a gap. That's too big a gap there, because see where it's dirty there? It's not being running properly on the cam. Now with it not being running properly on the cam, it's now starting to peel over because of the weight, and that is not good. I would say it's because all this has moved on the keyway. So what we do is pop the key drift in like so. Look how easy that's going through. That's way too easy. I'm hardly tapping it at all. Now can you see there how much it's moved? That's way too slack, and that's why the problem is. So as I say, what we're going to do is we're going to temporary fix. We'll put some shim on there once we get this out, and then pull the whole thing further this way so that the cam follower runs better on there. Now as you see, we take the key out, and that's where the holes were screwed in to hold it into place. Now if you look there, what's happened is the two bolts that were holding it into place have snapped, and this is another reason why that has moved forward. So that's obviously moved forward and sheared those. Right, so we've got the old key out. As you can see, everything is in place there, ready for the key to go in. We've set the bracket up so that it's close to the cam follower. Here's the new key, and then what we do is we'll pop a little bit of oil on that, there, rub that in, and then put that in there, spray that in, and then check it to see where it's rubbing and where it's properly binding before taking it out, and then putting some more, filing it a bit down a bit more until we get it to the right size.